Sorry, folks. I forgot to get her something to drink. Mom woke up just in time for my live stream. Hang on 1 minute. Here's you something to drink. Okay. I forgot to get her something to drink. I gave her food and forgot to drink. Oh my word, my head is exploding. I debated whether to do this today, but I think I need to. I need to talk to you guys about how I'm feeling, overwhelmed, and how I'm getting through it. Hey, Christy. Hey, Rebecca. How are you today? So many of you guys know that I lost Virginia, a lady that I've been caring for every night. Hey, Susan. For, I don't know, for about 3 or 4 years now. And we've become best friends. And I haven't even been able to do, well, they're having their funeral and everything in Syracuse. So I didn't see them before. I don't know if they're back yet or not. And thank you. So I was already overwhelmed with that. And then here comes the storm. And, you know, I've been dealing with mom and the Alzheimer's and everything, and all this crazy political crap on commercials and stuff like that is just overwhelming. So I finally broke down and cried and prayed about it and realized, Catherine, you're not taking your own advice. You're not sticking in the Bible enough. You're not praying for yourself too. You're praying for everybody else and not yourself. And, you know, worried to death about where I'm actually moving to in Georgia. They got a lot of damage also. And I just was overwhelmed, and it came to me. I need to get back in the Word. I need to, every time I get anxiety or something, I just need to pray. And it is eased up some. I actually got out of the house yesterday. And, I actually left the house Saturday night for the first time. And I've been back a week. I can't believe I've already been back a week. But I went to the grocery store and got a couple of things on Saturday night. Bread, and I think it was Saturday. Anyways, I was out one time before Sunday. And when I left the house to go to get the bread and everything, maybe it was Friday. It was Friday because I had to get milk and bread for the baby. And I was overwhelmed just going out, and I'm like panicking and looking around me constantly. Yes, Christy. And we've talked about this before, and I just didn't put it to work, you know. I'm praying for everybody else, praying for Wilma and them guys, praying for my friend's family who lost their mother and are in New York, and I need to get a hold of them and find out how they are doing, and are they back, or you know, I don't know if they all flew or if they drove or. So yesterday, I took some time out to focus on myself and what's been going on, and I want to show you something. I've been praying for a sourdough starter, for some time now, and my son and his wife were at a childhood friend's wedding in Arizona, I think. And Stephanie, my son's best friend's wife, was making pancakes when I was talking to my daughter-in-law, and I said, "Oh, I have to have that. Does she have enough to send me a starter?" And y'all know it was my birthday on the 12th, and she sent me this, and she said, "Curtis said that the jar is your birthday present." So that's the sweetest thing. So I now have, and I'm waiting for them to rise, my very first sourdough bread, and I'm hoping it comes out well. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I decided, because I need to be fed more. I went to church, which you guys know I haven't been able to go to church for some time because I work on the weekends taking care of Virginia. And I'm just heartbroken. I miss her terribly. I haven't been able to crochet or knit anything yet, but I'll get there. So, and I'm overwhelmed financially. It's just trying to get myself in a mindset and keep myself there. God's going to provide. He's going to provide for me. I know He's going to provide for me. He always does. He always has, and He always will. So I went to church Sunday, and I was able to. David had me get him some. Hello, Temple Acres. Some food while I was in Georgia for his chickens, and I had to drop those off. Oh, and he had me get him 4 cases of I don't know if I've told you guys about this before. Those of you that have Sam's memberships, this is the cases that I get from Sam's of ball jars. And you can see there's 20 jars in that. Almost 4 more jars, and it would be exactly 2 cases that Ball has at Walmart. But those cases are $16.10. They're $15 at at Walmart for just 12 jars. So David wanted 4 cases, and I got a couple for myself because I am running low now that I'm freeze drying. I've got so much stuff that I've freeze dried. And sadly, they said Mike and Wilma found them online, and by the time they got to the store, they couldn't find any. They had marked them down to 13 something. I think the first time David and I found these was in Cocoa, and they were 11. They had been marked down to 11, and I think I bought every one of them at the store had. So I have a lot of jars now. Yes, I am going to cherish the memories. That is so sweet. That is a gift. Yes, it was Rebecca, and I'm so excited because I love sourdough bread, and it's so much better for your gut. And to be honest with you, I'd rather eat sourdough than regular bread. Now I am going to once I get used to it and start working with it more and doing more recipes, I am going to start using the stone ground wheat flour that I bought and use it to see if it works to use it in there. But I'm really excited about that. So, hey, Brenda. I hope I haven't missed anything. It's going by very fast now. I haven't gotten jars in quite a while, so I didn't know they'd gone up so much. Oh, yes, it's ridiculous. And sometimes, like, I want to say Tractor Supply was $21. I'm like, really? I lost probably around 30 cases. You know why? Yep, I sure do. Love to learn to make sourdough bread. That's what I'm so excited about. And I'm making a video about it. Holland and Lily, when I was up in Kentucky, they gifted me a block of a mushroom block, and it's going to take. I'm doing a video on it on every single day and the changes and what it looks like. It doesn't look like much the last couple of days, but has changed. But anyways, and I'm wondering whether I'm putting too much water. I know, Brenda, you've done this, so I may call you after this. But I'm struggling with the fruit flies, and they keep trying to land on my sourdough. I may have to keep it in a I don't know where I'm going to keep it at. Because I don't want them trying to lay eggs or anything on the outside. They can't get into the thing. Mom, eat your sandwich first. Mom. That's what I you need to eat that sandwich, darling. Me. Don't laugh at me. You better eat your sandwich too, not just the pie, okay? She's laughing at me. I made her a sandwich and gave her the last slice of pie. I'm gonna make some brownies later for her, I think. So anyways, let me get through the rest of this stuff I wanted to tell you about. But I want to read this first. Some good homemade bread would taste so good right now. Yes. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. I want to make some more spaghetti. And I'm going to make a big, huge batch of spaghetti this time because I want to freeze dry the leftovers. Let me show you what I did. Okay, you guys know I've been freeze drying the the cheese, right? Well, I thought that was a bug. That's the corner of the uh, um, oxygen absorber. I was about ready to have a conniption. This is fried chicken tenders that I had left over. I can't remember where I got them. I think it was Publix. And then this right here is a whole meal in a jar. Let me see if I can turn it to where you can see the everything. Well, you can't really see everything in it. On top is the mashed potatoes. I probably should have put them in the bottom. Carrots and beef tips. So I'm going to try them out one of these days. And this is spaghetti with deer meat and zucchini and squash in the sauce. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So that's what I'm trying to do, because y'all know whenever I move, I'm going to be trying to, if I get rural land with nothing on it, I'm going to have to be doing a lot of building and such like that. I've got to make sure that I have meals that I can just warm up or do something really quick to get some good, stable, good food in me. So, at my farmer's market, I used to be able to get sourdough bread, but they've stopped coming, and now I would have to pay taxes on that bread to get it. Wow. I don't understand that. Georgia's sales tax is 8%, and it's on food too, which is crazy to me, because I live in Florida. I've never paid sales tax on food ever. I think in Kentucky they got a sales tax on food too. Several other places, but I'm not sure. My friend from church, her daughter makes sourdough bread and sells it at the farmer's market. Sweet. I put shallow dishes of apple cider out to catch the fruit flies. Yep. Brought some fruit flies in on some store-bought bananas one time. Yep. Those look awesome. Thank you. I can burritos in a jar, and it's amazing. Wow, you're going to have to send me a recipe for that. Or do you have a video on that? Getting hungry looking at that. Those meals will be very handy. Yes, they will. No sales tax on food in Minnesota. I have always paid taxes on food. I didn't. There were places that didn't. You didn't know there was places that would. Well, there are. They shouldn't tax food or do property taxes. As far as I'm concerned, yep. You've already been charged income tax. Exactly. That's what I don't understand. No video, but I can try to send you a recipe. Sweet. It's just the filling portion. I should probably clarify that. I knew that. I think for the Floridians, only place I've lived that didn't tax food. Wow. Floridas, not Floridians. Anyways, so let's talk a little bit about the storm and why that's depressing me so badly. Okay, you'll know that I'm going to be moving to Georgia, and the place that I'm moving to got hit pretty good by the storm too. Um, they haven't got the total yet of people that have perished, but Wilma was telling me, Ginger, leave her alone. Wilma was telling me that she still hasn't eaten her. She ate like a half of her sandwich, and now she's eating all the pie. Um, a mother and twins had passed, and I guess a tree fell on their house, and a fella on the highway had passed from a tree falling on it, and something else I can't remember. I've heard so many tragedy stories of this storm. There are so many people that have lost their lives, and not just lives, but devastating, you know, their incomes and all that. And that kind of woke me up too, to me not being so overwhelmed with my income status. It could have been worse. It could have hit here and then gone up. Um, I could have lost everything that was in Georgia, and because I have it in a little teeny metal shed thingy, and I had planned to take off this week with another load and just try to empty out everything I could that I could fit in there. I won't be able to take any furniture or anything like that right away, but no, Wilma does not have power back. You see, I'm missing. Hang on. When you buy a car, you've paid taxes on the state for the money you gave somebody else. That's right, and I paid quite a bit because mine was new when I bought it. I just went to your about page, and I didn't see an email in there to send it to. Let's see if I can put it in here. I know what you do to be a customer for life, just like I am. Call now. I think that's it. That should get you there. I thought I had it on there. I don't know why it's not. I'll have to go back and look at that. Somebody else said that one time too. She has not got power back. She has finally gotten a generator, but hey Patty, they and it's just not Wilma I'm worried about. I'm worried about Linda too. Linda's got some significant damage on her homestead. So um um when you live out in the country, most of you who did live out in the country, you know this. When you lose power, you lose water too, because your your um your your water is pumped in with electricity. So the pump house is not working. Dennis, which lives next door to Mike and Wilma, is Mike's brother, and a tree fell on his house and wrecked it. Jennifer and John, who live across the street, had a lot of damage on their property too. I don't think any structural damage, but I talked to um, Linda from 6 Acres Farm and Rescue. She lost her barn and several different things, and a lot of trees down, fencing, you name it. It went down through there bad. So please keep her in your prayers. Um, and we realize that there are worser places, like Cedar Key here in Florida is totally wiped out. Cities in North and South Carolina, they've been wiped out. It's just really, really sad at the damage that it has done. And the billions of dollars that it has caused our country, and in an already spiraling economic. I just pray that things go good in November so that we can find our way out of this. So, I have 2 quarts of dehydrated onions so far. Not even halfway through them yet. Wow. Which is why we look for establishments which can stand out from all the rest. So, something being featured on that type of exposure can launch your restaurant. The well pump needs electricity. Yep, it does. Thanks for letting me know, Brenda, that you live in the same state I do. Maybe sometime we can get together. Yep. Billy from Perma Pastures Farm lives near Asheville. They came and took the food and water out of local grocery and sent it elsewhere. They are pretty much trapped there. Wow. Yes, Rebecca, I live in the Midwest part of the state, but grew up in the southeast part of the state. So very sad to hear of damage and challenges of friends. I am 30 minutes north of state capital. So, I've been watching YouTube and stuff like that, and catching up on some of the folks. So the land, he had some damage, and it's kind of weird because he showed part of the damage, and then he went back while he was filming. A tree came down and took out his gate, and but they didn't have any real damage other than tree and I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. Tree and stuff like that. But the real damage on their property, I don't think that they really have got the grasp of this. They had water in their basement again, which is it's just a scenario asking for trouble, because let's face it, mold is a big issue when you cannot get that dry fast enough. So we should pray for them. Let's see. Roots and Refuge had very little damage. Now, Justin Rhodes and his family had quite a significant amount of damage, and they cannot get out. So we really should. I know that some people look at the bigger channels and think, well, they got everything going for them, blah, blah, blah. But really, on the real thing, they're just human people like us, and we should always stand up and pray for them. I pray for them. Rebecca's mother is in horrible health wise. They are they're going to lose her at any time because she has ALS. And any of you that know anything about ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, it is devastating. And my father-in-law, David's father, passed away from that, and literally, um, it's an ugly disease. So they're still with that. They're still without power. Part of their property. I think I want to say the text or the message they put up on Facebook. Justin did, but said something about, or somebody else copied it or something, and said that their big generator that they had put in several years ago is helping tremendously because they have that ability to keep the house and everything. But you know, I don't care if you're a millionaire or somebody that doesn't have a dime. God loves you just the same. So we should pray for everyone in this circumstance. Let's see here. Just have a small cedar tree that down behind the camper. Oh, praise the Lord. And my sister, she had some trees, I believe, come down at her place, what she said, but she's all good. And or tree limbs. I can't remember exactly what she said. I knew she was safe, and she told me she was safe and sound. So, um, David's cousin lives in, I want to say Knoxville, and she didn't get a whole lot of damage either, but surrounding areas have been devastated. So, let's see here. My daughter and grandsons in the mountains near Newport are okay, but have no water, and school is out, and no idea of when things will get better. Yes, and that's the way it is everywhere. People don't realize once something like this happens, there's no school, there's no nothing. I mean, schools can't take on kids when they can't feed them and they can't keep them safe without electricity. Uh, Thank you, Brenda. I agree, Kathy. They still have struggles and emotional challenges with all this. Yes. And it just, uh, I just lost a sister July 31st to dementia. It is so hard to watch someone to deteriorate like that. Rebecca, my mom has Alzheimer's, and um, she is going down pretty fast. Um, I'm heartbroken. And then my sister called me today. Got eyelasher in my eye, I think. She doesn't know when the funeral will be, but her best friend died, so she'll be going to Delaware for the funeral. And I don't even know how she's gonna have to fly because there's roads that she ain't even gonna be able to go on through going up there like we used to. Even though, even with those generators, if they can't get more fuel, it's not good. Exactly. And this is what's really sad. Wilma and Michael just received it just a couple of days ago, a quarter of a cow. That's money down the drain if it goes bad. you know. Plus all the other stuff they had out of their garden. That's why I am doing my very best to get everything canned here. Maybe sometime we could meet up in Springfield when I get my car transmission put in, Duncan. No normal and anything in the towns nearby that are gone by my daughter. Exactly. Rebecca, I lost my little sister 2 years ago to Alzheimer's. Yes, Christy's sister had it. I heard there are two more systems coming up behind that, Helena. Yes, there are. Um, and we're not. The last I looked yesterday, at some fella who does reads all the weather stuff. I don't remember what his name is on YouTube, and he said he they're saying that it's probably not going to be this next storm. Probably not going to be very bad, but you never know. They don't know. They're not God, and you know they're always wrong on the weather. Better have a way to can up that meat. Yes. Yep. Now, like I said, they got a generator, but and I'm sure she has been canning. But if I know her, she's going to do everything she can not to have to um, can it all up because she prefers to cook it fresh or from frozen. Want to go to the Buc-ee's up there, which I haven't been yet. That would be great. These storms build when they hit the Gulf. Yep. I have lost two siblings, two brother-in-laws, and a nephew since 21. Wow. That's terrible, Rebecca. I I'm just, you know, I'm just waiting for the other ball to fall because, um, in my experience, deaths happen in threes. Virginia was the first, and I'm waiting to see who's next. So I just pray that things will get a little easier and that whoever I lose next goes to the Lord and not to him. Just saying. Wow. That's a lot, Rebecca. I had a space there where I lost like 9 people. Boom, 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 right in a row. And I was like, holy moly. This is not good. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my faith in the Lord. There are little things like I know this thing. This thing may not mean much to somebody else, but it means a whole lot to me. And I'm looking forward to making lots of beautiful bread for my mom and probably getting her involved in it too. And the fact that God, when I was working and I wasn't too worried about the next dollar that came in, I bought things like this freeze dryer I think God gave me a little bit of insight on what I should be doing with my money. And even though I wasted some of it, I probably should not have gone on vacation this year. But I just don't know. Maybe God put me in Kentucky and in Georgia is when I found out. Maybe he put me there so I would be with friends and not be by myself when I found out. Because y'all know, when I lose somebody, I don't want nobody around me. I have to mourn my own way. I can't get smothered with people. I just don't handle it very well. If your electric goes out, cover them with cardboard and quilts. Yes, you told me that. I told them that. Even insulated containers work well. My electric went out because of bad summer storm and we covered it. Lost my either most exactly I think you could say sister exactly a year after something almost exactly after my sister, just me and semi-year sister now. I think brother. Yes, brother. I'm sorry. Crazy spell check. Yeah, don't it suck? I hate spell check. It was out for over a week. 110. Yeah. Yep. Now I'll tell you something I've learned on this trip that I will do from now on. Okay. When I had meat that was in the bottom of my cooler that I did not want to get to the top of my cooler, to the cheese that I had to put in there, even though it was in a bag, blah, 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 I didn't want any of that. Ginger! I didn't want any of that that liquid from the meat to touch any of the bags. So I put cardboard on top of the ice and everything that was on top of the meat. And then I put those frozen bags of cheese on top of there. And I want you to know that it made a tremendous amount of ice that lasted for probably about a week. And I was just amazed at the what do you call it? The whole scenario. I was just totally amazed and very thankful that it kept everything just perfect. Now, I will say, I learned my lesson. Even though if I don't know something, if I like something, I better be trying it before I buy a whole lot of it. I bought 2 cases of apple cider bacon. Let me tell you, I was not impressed. The flavor was, but the smell of it cooking turned my stomach and I couldn't eat it right away. I had to set it aside and eat it later. And even pulling that pan out, because I thought, I'll save the grease. Even pulling that pan out from the oven turned my stomach. I will never buy that bacon again. So I gifted all that bacon to David and my daughter. So, I did talk to Linda from My Quirky Quarter Acre, and she is doing well. Um, I don't think she got a whole lot of storm damage either. Let's see here.
I guess I just wanted to prove to you that I could do
they've got a lot of rain, but they're on a hill, and the wind never got bad like they predicted where she lives. But she has a cold, so we need to pray for her. And her daughter lives in Jacksonville, and a piece of their fence went down, but nothing more. So that was good news to hear from her. I'm trying to think of who else y'all would know. I took a whole hog to Holland. It took me 11 hours to get there. I put it in cardboard boxes and wrapped it in a moving blanket. It was solid as a rock when I got there. So that's cool. That's really cool. Trying to think. During this time, some of you guys know Holland and Lily. Their dog Rebel passed away, and they just sent me a beautiful picture of a puppy that they're getting. So I'm really excited for them. They really need that. I think it'll uplift their hearts a little. But they better get their shoes out of the way because it's going to chew on them. I was wondering if he passed. Yes, he passed. And he's been struggling really, really bad. When I was there, he was really, really bad. But I'm gonna tell you, as much pain as Holland and Lily are in, they took immaculate care of this dog. I mean, absolutely the best parents that a dog could have. So let's see, what else was I going to tell y'all? Hello, Linda. Cool. So Linda, did you get any damage from the storm? I don't know how close you were to it. I want to say, I don't remember. So bad. My memory is so bad, it really is. And that scares the you-know-what out of me because of what I'm dealing with. I'm having trouble focusing and stuff, and it's really kind of scaring me. When I had to have Dakota put down, I had to stop a couple of times on the way home and pull myself together. Yep, I get it, Christy. I get it 100%. Um, so David, those of you know that David's dog was stolen, his puppy. That was such a great little puppy. I mean, he was really, really great. Um, the audacity of people just think they can walk up and because they don't agree with how you're treating your dog, that they would walk up to the back of your truck, take a dog out, and take off with it is beyond me. When the dog had food, water, and coverage from the sun, really, really makes me angry. David was training that dog to stay in the kennel for when he goes hunting. And that's why he took him everywhere. This dog was so well behaved, already potty trained, and just absolutely gorgeous dog. And the law has done nothing. They've got pictures of the truck, blah blah blah, but nothing has ever come of it. I know, Christy, thieves have no boundary. I know you've been through it. Your electric and all that kind of stuff, and even more than some people know on here. Yeah, it's bad. And people that you don't even realize are thieves are thieves. You can listen to people talk, and you can tell whether people are really um, upfront people, or if they have a tendency to say, "Oh, well, this is okay. You can do this. You can do that." You know, stress messes with your receptation of yourself. Some feelings of "I'm losing it" will pass when things calm down. That's true too. I'm glad you only had rain. I just I don't know. I know this sounds crazy, but I want to be in Georgia in the in the woods and not have to think about what's going on in the world. I get it, Tristy. I I wouldn't either. I'm telling you, and that's the only reason why I'm able to sit here today and talk to you guys calmly, because I'm really frustrated about a whole lot of stuff. And you know, I haven't been able. I can't afford to leave the house very much. I just I'm just kind of overwhelmed at the things that I have to change. And of all things, my washer is not agitating at all. And I think the last two loads of laundry that I did, the only washing they got was adding to and from the water, and it's spinning to spin the water out. And one of them didn't spin it out. I had to respin it. I just don't even know. It's kind of weird. Hey, Nancy, that's all right. Yep. So y'all pray for me to be able to find. I've been looking on on there's a Facebook thing um that's called free in Brevard County or something like that. I can't remember what it is. I just can't remember what it is, Ralph. But there was a lady, y'all know I'm back to making kombucha. There was a lady that had some kombucha bottles. I didn't know what kind of bottles. I didn't ask her when I asked for them. But they're actually bottles that she had purchased kombucha in at the store. So I am going to reuse them, the ones that I can wash out. Some of them I'm going to have to really figure out some way of getting a different type of brush in there because my bottle brush won't fit through the head of the thing. And what's nice about the ones that my bottle brush won't fit in, they are amber jar, or they're the brown jars. I don't have any right here. They're in there, and I don't feel like going to get them. But they're dark colored jars, so I can use them not just for a kombucha if I wanted to use them for kombucha, which I don't want to use those because of the head of them. I want to be able to wash them out and clean them really good every single time. But I'll be able to do tinctures in them. I'm really excited to have those jars. I hope and pray I can get them all cleaned out. We'll see. Hey, Holland and Lily. Just forgot you were live. Or I would have when I sent the pictures. Oh, that's okay. This time on another puppy being delivered as we speak. I can't wait to meet him. My old washer I have to set to wash, turn the knob to spin for rinse. I reset to wash and reset to spin again. Turning the no a complete turn each time. But it works. Wow. So I'm still going to use it. David thinks it might be a belt. So I might be able to get a belt for it, but I'm not sure. Did I say knob or did I say no? Anyways, I hate spell check. It's called a Japanese, half Belgian, and Malinois and Shepherd, German Shepherd. The other pup will be pure Belgian Malinois in November. Sweet. Ginger, what are you doing? Come here. Are you getting into trouble, little girl? Thank you for not bugging Gigi. Oh, it was her time. Okay. Glad to hear y'all are getting another dog. That will be a handful. Such a high energy dog. That's what they need. So, looky here, Holland. I want to show you what I've been doing. This is some of my freeze-dried stuff. That's a whole meal. That's beef tips, carrots, and mashed potatoes. And this is my spaghetti. I can't wait to try it. And this is fried chicken tenders. And I tasted this. without hydrating it. I took a bite of that, and it just melted in my mouth. So good. Two more dogs, easier to raise two of them than one. I think dogs need another dog, buddy, not be an old only dog. Yeah, dang, I got the munchies. Don't show me food. I want you to know. I don't know if I was on a chip thingy or what. Hey, Susan says, Holland, that will be a great dog. They are so smart and loyal. Yes, they are. He just had two of them that were very. Sadie saved his life when he was deer hunting. She's a very very smart dog. Um, and then now he lost this one. Rebel was a great dog too. Loving my kombucha. It let me break my soda pop habit. I love playing with flavors in second ferments. Susan, this is our second round, 25-year experience raising them. Yep. Um, I ate every single bag of those poppers that I got. I wish I had gotten every one that they had. My only thing that I did not like, and don't you guys buy it because it was disgusting, was that bacon. That was a good buy, but it was a disgusting bacon. I don't know if I told you that on Marco or not, but I bet I cooked that up a couple of different times. I thought, well, maybe it was just me the first time. No, it wasn't. I couldn't do it. I could have cooked them up and gave them as dog treats or something like that. But if David and Becky will eat them, that's fine. If they won't eat them, I will cook them up and make them dog treats because they were good bacon, but it just the smell of the apple cider cooking just really turned my stomach. It was really bad, and it wasn't a spoiled smell. It was that's not something that I want to eat smell. I don't know how to explain it. I ate them twice and still, they just didn't settle too great either. But everybody else that ate them had no problem with them. This wasn't applewood. It was apple cider bacon. Oh, Christy, you don't know what you're missing, girl. Let me tell you something. I love kombucha. In fact, I can't wait. I think later on today, I am going to bottle up and start a new batch of kombucha. Um, Linda gave me a new SCOBY because I don't know if I told you guys. I told somebody about it. I had put mine to bed because of moving and everything. I didn't want to be trying to make all that kombucha and it going bad, right? Well, or wasting money. I should not have done what I did. Somehow, maybe I should have put a lid on it. I don't know what I did wrong, but they had mildew in it. One of the three did not have mildew, but because the other two had it in the room and that one did not, I just didn't want to take a chance. And Linda offered me another one, so I went ahead and took it. And it is in the bedroom, and I saw a real thin of SCOBY on the top, so I know it's brewing nicely, and it's probably it's on the day that I think that I can go ahead and pull it and make a second ferment. But you can season it with anything that you want. I am going to go to the store later and get because y'all know I'm addicted. I was addicted many years to Dr. Pepper. And one of the fermenting videos that I watched said if you take cherry juice that you can make a ferment, which I do. I have put cherries in there before and it turned out delicious. So I'm going to do mostly cherries this time, I think. I'm going to get some cherry juice if I can get my hands on it and make. I looked for cherries at the store last night whenever I went there, but I did not find any, and I wanted to get in and out. So I'm gonna have to. I'll probably have to go over to Aldi's and see if they've got any. That's right, Holland. They do not go together. I do like applewood bacon. Not as much as I like hickory smoked. Hickory smoked is my favorite, and I grew up on that. But I have to learn more about this. I at one time was talking to Walt's daughter-in-law, and she was telling me about nitrates or something in bacon that you buy at the store. And then I saw where Ben and Meg were making bacon yesterday, I think. I think it was yesterday I watched them making bacon again. And I thought, well, I don't see any nitrates in their bacon. I wonder if they are making that without. I don't know what nitrates are. I've got to learn more about this. Maybe I might end up making my own bacon. But also, I also hit something. I can't remember where it was at, what it was about, but my whole 2 weeks now have been like a fog. I was talking with somebody about diets and stuff like that, and how, or I seen something that somebody was talking about diets. I don't remember. I'm telling you, I'm getting Alzheimer's. And it said something about not eating pork or shellfish because it wasn't biblical or something like that. And I have to look into more of that. I told Wilma I have to do some research on this because it really worries me. Am I eating things that I'm not supposed to eat as a Christian? I don't know. I need to find out more about this. Let's see. I ferment corn, sugar, and yeast. Wouldn't believe the juice it makes. Crazy. Christy, don't jump in on the deep end and guzzle a raw store-bought one. I do 4 days first ferment and 4 second ferment. Since it's a short ferment time, I always pH test it after first ferment. I've made sauerkraut and a ferment lemonade before, but only thing I've fermented. Dang, I keep getting bra commercials popping up. That's crazy, isn't it? I cannot believe that we can't even have a stinking live stream without having commercials on it. That frustrates me. Nitrates are just for preservation and color. I would like to try making blackberry wine. Lots of wild blackberries in the summer. My rooster follows me around while I pick. That's funny. Yeah, YouTube ought to be getting rich off of all these commercials. I would have a hard time following Old Testament eating. I love shrimp and catfish. Me too. That's what I'm trying to say. I wish I could remember where I saw this and why it made me even think about what I was saying while I was eating. Oh no, Holland, I'm so super sorry. I put that on the minimal thing. You have to choose some kind of something, and I put it on the lightest that you guys can get. I'm super sorry that y'all are getting these things. I know how you can keep the commercials from happening. Don't monetize it first, then go back and monetize it after the live is done. Okay. So far, no commercials here. Check out Genesis 9:3. Man made the restrictive rules. Yep. So I have to do some studying up on that because y'all know I love my seafood and y'all know I get all the seafood I can. I don't want to say, and I love crabs. I love shellfish, period. So I really need to learn about it and see what God wants me to do. So that's won't be my study next. Meanwhile, I've got I've got shrimp and fish in my freezer. Now, would you guys consider? I don't see how fish could be because Jesus fed the multitude fish, but it must be just shellfish. I don't know. I'm very confused about the whole scenario. So, and I've read through the Bible many times, and I've never really seen that's really never caught my eye before. So, I got to figure this out for myself. But, anyways, it's past my time on my for my live stream. So I thank you guys for being here. And YouTube puts commercials in whether you're monetized or not. Yes, that's what I thought, but I wasn't for sure. Um, let's go ahead and pray, and I'll get off of here. Thank you. I got shellfish poisoning once. A Jamaican man made me a smoothie, coconut and lime, and within 30 minutes, I was better. YouTube will get their money first. Yep. And you know, ceviche's good too, and that's not even cooked. Here I'm digressing. However you say that. I'm digressing. All right, Lord. Lord, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience with us. I pray, Lord, that you help all the folks that has been devastated with all these storms, and even the people that have lost lives that have nothing to do with the storm. Please keep their families in your loving arms, and I pray, Lord, that you continue to bless us. I feel stupid for all the things that I asked you for, and knowing that there are so many out there that have worser problems than me. But I know, Lord, that you know everything, every grain of sand, every thought that we have. And I know you know that our hearts are with you, Lord. I pray for Linda at my quirky quarter acre. I pray that she gets better with her cold and feels better. And I just thank you for friends that are um, here and not on here that have had problems from the storm and and outside the storm, Nancy with her health issues and someone stealing her identity. Lord, you know those things matter to us when our friends are in pain and suffering and stress. Stress is the hardest thing, and our whole country is in stress right now over the storms and the stupid political monarchy that's going on. And I pray, Lord, that you just help us all to come together and love one another besides all that stupid political stuff and and stop filling our Facebook pages and our YouTubes with it. I can't stand the commercials from YouTube that are coming on. It's just overwhelming for me sometimes. Thank you for my family, and I lift them up. I know my sister's going to be traveling to the funeral soon, and I get to spend more time with mommy, and that that makes me feel good that I get to spend more time with her. Thank you for blessing my family and taking good care of us. Lord, help me to know what to do on my next steps and where I need to go, Lord. Thank you that Holland was able to find a new puppy to fulfill their life and give them joy and peacefulness and somebody to protect them. I believe in our protection. Animals can protect us much better than security systems and all that crap that might go out during storms. And I just know that this is what you what you have set in store for them is protection and safety, Lord. Um, I thank you for all that you do for us, and I just uplift everybody on here, and you know the needs, and I pray that you provide them in your name. Amen. Jesus broke the equipment of the cider chemical. Cyber criminals. That's right. Israel is eating better and gaining some weight. Praise Isabel, not Israel. I'm sorry. Praise God. Praise you, Lord. Praise you, Lord. Answer to prayers. Oh, that is so awesome, Christy. I am so happy to hear that. Oh, the pain must be gone for her to be able to eat better. Praise you, Lord. Um, and that's telling me to go check my bread and see if it's risen enough to put it into the oven. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for all that you do for me. And I will be putting out another. I just put one video out. It's either yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I'll be putting another video out soon of my my mushroom experiment. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it pop out something. It's going to take some time though. And you know I'm impatient, but I'm very excited to see how it goes. So keep in tune and I'll see you guys hopefully Wednesday night if I don't space out. Take care. Bye now.